What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mass Effect. My name is Kobojo. Quick recap on the last couple episodes in the series. Last episode, we just proved to the Council that Saren is in fact a traitor. He's gone a rogue Spectre. We did some side missions on the Citadel, found out that he is working with the Geth to bring back the Reapers, and that's what the beacon was for. We saw the beacon in episode 1. And then we did some side missions. We got 2 new crew members. We got Garrus Vicarian and Erdnot Rex, a Krogan and a Turian. Garrus actually helped us find out that Saren is a bad guy. And, we got 3 crew members. We also got Tali Zora, I think her name is. We're going to find out in a minute anyway. And then we were given Spectre status and given control over the Normandy ship. So now we have the entire crew of the Normandy. Everything we can see is ours, including all the crew, all of our teammates, everything, so on and so forth. And now we have complete and utter open access to the world, and we get to choose where we want to go from here. So we can go to... how do I want to say? There was a couple areas that we could go to. We could go to the Artemis Tau cluster. We can also go to Novaria, and we can go to Pharos. We are going to go find Liara T'Soni in the Artemis Tau cluster because I believe she is a crew member of ours, and it'd be nice just to have all of our crew members because she's the last missing one. She is the daughter of Berenzia, who is working with Saren. So I'm interested to see what kind of information she has. But we are missing an Asari on our squad mate list. And so that's going to be, I'm assuming that's going to be her, and we're going to pick her up. Now, because we just finished a whole bunch of missions, and got control over the Normandy, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people to talk to. Like I said, this is an RPG. A lot of story here, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people who have some dialogue for us. So we're going to go spend some time talking to them first. If you're not interested in seeing the dialogue, I'm going to try and put a timestamp here that will cut you to when we start heading to the Artemis Tau cluster. But if you are interested in dialogue, go ahead and keep on watching. We're going to start down in the engine room, I think. What is this, actually? Thought I was heading somewhere, but now I'm in somewhere else. Is this like personal chambers or something? Oh, actually, who's that? Oh, Caden. Let's go talk with Caden first, since he's right here.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Personal input?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Alright, so you don't really have much for us.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That's fine. We just came from here. Let's head down to... We noticed, end of last episode, that there is a whole barracks downstairs. But Dr. Chakwas is here. She had some interesting stuff to say last time, too. So let's talk to her and see what she has to say, if she has anything new.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I should go.
We talked to her already. So she has no new dialogue. We replenish our Medigel. When we go into combat, we're ready. These guys are just chilling over here. All right, now how do we get... Oh, I gotta take the elevator to get downstairs. Let's do that now. take the elevator here. All right, and this is where it seems like most of the crew is going to be hanging out. I also can gear all of my crew members here, which is cool. But I already took a look at this, and I don't really know what I'm looking at yet. So we're going to leave that alone for now. There's also a requisition officer over there that we talked to already. I did this stuff off camera just to kind of get my bearings again real quick. We don't have enough money to buy anything from him yet. So we're going to have to sell and get rid of some stuff to get some cash. Let's start with Ashley, though.
Commander?
How we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
Try to get there sooner.
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the fastest ship in the fleet.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
So be more alert.
The answer seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Was that mean to me? Like, I didn't mean it in a mean way. But was that mean to me? It was more like, you feel bad about this thing. And so the solution is to be more alert. Like, I wasn't meaning to be a dick. He sounded like he was being a dick. I wasn't meaning to be a dick about it. But I definitely think that was meaner than it could have been. But I do think she probably did her best, you know, before we got there. So everyone's talking here about our first mission, which was Eden Prime, where the Geth attacked. Her crew was wiped out. We came in, rescued her, and then she joined our team. It was me, Caden, who we already talked to, who was also talking about Eden Prime, and one other guy who, like, died immediately. So, not much new information there.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Okay, so she's got no real new dialogue.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Alright, Garrus, what you got for
Thanks
me?
for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Is it that bad? It's true, though. Spectres are free.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reasoning for joining us?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
That's a tough call.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
You mean my way?
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
I feel like everyone on the ship is very respectable of me, but almost like fear respected. Like, you're my boss, and therefore I have to listen to you. But that doesn't necessarily mean I want to act a certain way. And so I feel like everybody is like, I tell you to do something, like I tell you to jump and they go, how high? And that's not really what I'm looking for. I know no one has warmed up to me yet. Like, we don't know anything about anybody yet. So I'm assuming that's going to change later, but it does kind of feel weird that everyone's very, very militant and not very open.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I like Rex. Rex seems good.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It isn't?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
To your point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Tell me about the genophage.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why wouldn't people be trying to find a cure for that?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
That's kind of sad. So from what I gathered from that conversation, the Turians and the Rex were in a war. The Solarians made this thing called the genophage, which we don't know much about. It infected all the Krogans so that they can't have children. So basically, this warrior species, the Krogan, these warrior species, are now hesitant to fight because they don't want to, like, their numbers are thinning. And so they're going out, hiring themselves as mercenaries because they want to fight, obviously. But there's no ability to, like, procreate. It's very interesting. I'm assuming we're going to get some more lore about that later, which would be really cool. Here's Tali. She's our other person. She was a big help in taking... She gave us information to take to the council to bring down Saren.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
This ship's special.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along, Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You're into ships?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That was 300 years ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me more about the Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
Damn.
And each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong.
It's a lot of people on a flotilla.
Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
What's the Conclave? This is a lot of information.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
Interesting.
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Color me impressed. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times. Huh. Tell me about the Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Isn't AI research illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Tell me about the neural network.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Yeah, like a hive mind, that's what I was thinking. Like a hive mind.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Why?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, what did you expect?
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
They defended themselves. I get it. So, from what I'm understanding, the Quarians made the Geth to be machines, to do manual labor. Okay, totally get it. Then, as they created more and more Geth, they wanted to link their brains together, essentially, so that they could do these things more efficiently. And then they started becoming sentient beings. They started to become more like life forms. And then that scared the Quarians, so the Quarians tried to murder these people, or murder these machines, these things. They're not necessarily people, that have thoughts, and they acted to defend themselves because they were being attacked. I wonder how different this would have been if there was a communication, or if there was a dialogue between the Quarians and the Geth. But it brings up a lot of ethical questions here, right? But that's kind of what I'm getting here. But no, they defended themselves.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I wonder if it's because now they think that all organic should die because you tried to murder them.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong, but based on the limited information I have, it obviously seems like the Geth are supposed to be pointed as the enemy here, and that's fine and dandy. But it also brings up, like, ethical questions of, like, when is it a sentient being? When is it still a machine? Etc., etc. And that's what they're trying to get you to think about here, I guess. But that was really interesting. That's some good information. I did want to get more information about the lore, about the Geth and stuff. Let's talk about the pilgrimage.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I wonder how long they typically last. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on when they find a gift to bring back, but I'm curious as to how long that generally takes for most members of the Quarians.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
She had the most information out of anybody that we've talked to so far. That was a lot of information, a lot of good information too, to be honest. Let's talk to Engineer Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
She's useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Let's get some information from you, Engineer Adams. Stealth system.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation, too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself, no emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat, cook us inside our own hull.
So we're invisible, but like presumably just a radar.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day, but you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Faster than light? Why does FTL give us away?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
That's kind of cool. So the Normandy is the only ship equipped with a stealth system. We're like a prototype, if you will. So the stealth system basically holds our heat and then vents it. I'm curious as to, I guess it's like got to be a heat sink that takes a while. Because we're not actually getting rid of any heat off our ship. We're just displacing that heat into heat sinks. That's how I gather that it works. So the heat is still there, it's just in different locations. I'm just curious as to how exactly that would make us invisible. Let's talk about the Normandy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Drive core?
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's because the heat sinks are smaller. So if the drive core gets too hot, it's a big red blip, right? But if you disperse that heat into smaller segments, then the detection, the radar, if you will, can't pick up the small amounts of heat. It's not tuned to do that. And so maybe that's what it is.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
That's some good information we've gotten from everybody. Rex had good information. Tali had a lot of good information. Barris was okay. And Engineer Adams had some good information about the ship that we now just took over. So that's really neat. Lots of lore. Dr. Chakwas didn't have anything new for us. Hayden didn't have anything new for us. There's one last person I want to talk to. I'm not sure if he's going to have anything for us, but I want to go talk to Joker. He's our pilot, if you remember him in the first episode. He's our pilot. He just kind of chills in the pilot seat, and he flies our ship. So I'm interested to see. But he was really banterful, and they made a point to point him out in the opening credits. He was kind of witty, so I'm curious to see if he has any interesting dialogue. I went down again. I didn't want to go down again. He was kind of witty in the beginning of the game. So let's see if he has anything interesting to talk about. And then we will start... Oh, we could also talk to Navigator Presley as well. And then we can start heading to the Artemis Tau cluster.
Commander, something you need?
Let's get a ship status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like you, Joker. Let's talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Oh, he's got a disease? I wasn't insulting you. I just wanted information about you.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Huh, interesting. How'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Fair enough. I'll give it to you. I don't know if he has anything new, but let's check.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb.
Ouch.
100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
How do you do your job?
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not really worried about him at all. Just want to get the information.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Yeah, see, it's statements like that. Whatever you want. Like, it's very militant. I get it. Nobody knows me anything. Nobody knows me or anything, but...
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet.
Okay, we know
if
this
you've
one
got
already.
a pilot who knows how to... Balance isn't what you'd expect. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
I like Joker. I think I was definitely a little off-putting to him because I kept asking. It wasn't supposed to be out of rudeness. It was just curious. But, obviously someone who 35, 30, probably had to answer those questions a million times. I'm sure he's sick and tired of answering those questions and doesn't want me thinking poorly of him because he's got a disease. But interesting.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
They're on our side.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Why do you have a problem with aliens on the ship?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
No, this isn't just our problem, though.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. Don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Yeah, I like that answer, because he's got his own reasons for feeling that way. But he's like, you know what? I'm probably just stuck. I'm just stuck in the old ways. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. And I feel like he's the only person who's talked to me freely.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Now you're here?
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Huh.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. All right, so I think we've talked to everybody on the ship that we need to talk to. Anybody that would have some, interesting dialogue anyway, or anyone that would talk to us. So let's check out the galaxy map. Interesting transition style. So this is where we're at. We're at the Citadel. Okay. Okay, so we can zoom out more. Even more. This is the Milky Way galaxy. We got Novaria, asteroid X57 in the Exodus cluster. The Ares dig site in Artemis Tau. Pharos. Gemini Sigma. Argos Rho. Hawking Eta. Kepler Verge. Armstrong Nebula. And Voyager cluster. And Hades Gamma. I want to check out one of these smaller things first. Ming. Can I rotate this as we go? No, not really. Travel to another system? No, I don't want to travel to another system. I just want to know, are these all planets I can go to? Are they open? Or, are there missions there? Or, what? I don't really want to start anything crazy. Knossos, Athens, Macedon, and Sparta. All right, let's go to another system. I see. Okay, so those were suns. I see. And then these give us all sorts of just information about the planets around it.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Interesting. Daedalus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Daedalus's surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive, dust-choked wind. Daedalus's orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Antamalka. Due to the high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. -1 C. 0.87 Gs, 0.8 Earth atmospheres. This is a lot of information. Let's zoom out here, though. I want to check a couple of things. Okay, so we got an assignment. Well, I want to do find Liara T'Soni. Liara T'Soni, an Asari archaeologist famed for her knowledge of the Protheans, is being sought by Saren. Her last known location was somewhere in the Artemis Tau cluster. All right. So we want to go to the Artemis Tau cluster, but where in the Artemis Tau cluster? Sparta. Maybe in Knossos? That's kind of cool. So 2 loading screens, one for the FTL travel and one for whatever the other ones are. Helium gas giant we can survey? Sure. Does that give us anything? Nothing really. Nothing here. I'm not gonna read all the lore about all the planets. Therum. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Alright, that's Therum. Okay. Nothing there. So this is Gnosis. Check out Athens. Nothing there. We can survey this one. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Alright. Survey Proteus as well. Proteus has free oxygen. Helium-3 on Circe. I think that's all the ones here. Alright, and now we'll go to Macedon. Is there any other ones here? This camera angle's a little wonky. Well, now we'll go to Macedon. So we've only found 2 planets that we can land on so far. So that's limited options on the which, and obviously I think we know. Oh, here's another one. I think the one littered with Prothean technology is probably the one that we want to go to find the girl who specializes in Prothean technology. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet Porlin when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Delinaga's writings in its storage compartment. This Fargalus has xenon. So we're finding some rare materials here. So we've got 3 planets we can go to. We can go to Sharjala. I think it was Gnosis had the other one. Was it Therum? Yeah, I think this is where we want to go. Who are we going to take with us? I'm taking Rex and Garrus because these are my 2 favorites so far. We're probably going to do a combination of everybody, but these guys are my favorites so far. So that's who we're going to take. Also, this music is bopping. Oh, they dropped this on a...
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
They dropped this in a little vehicle. We have machine gun fire. We have cannon fire. Can we get out? Oh, we even have a jump. And a boost. And a zoom. Here's our map. Alright, only one way to go. Planet's interesting. Oh, look at all that lava. I'm kind of tempted to see what happens if we drive our ship into the lava here. Well, it doesn't immediately get stuck or anything, but we did look like we took some health damage from that. Oh. 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 Well, I guess that's what happens. I guess that's what happens when you go into the lava. Makes sense. Our ship got destroyed. So that's us, I'm assuming. The Mako. And assuming this is where we want to go. Either as a checkpoint or as our final destination. I'm assuming that's where we want to go. Oh, come on. There we go. This music is bopping. I dig this. What the hell is that thing? Did that thing just drop off Geth to fight us? Why are the Geth fighting us here?
Only a fool punches a Nathak in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Oh, so you want me to take this path? Almost flipped. He up there? There's another guy shooting from this side, I thought. Oh, hi, guys. there's more enemies around. There's got to be a way to disembark from my... ride here. Cannot disembark on the Mako unless it's parked and on level terrain. Pretty sure this is parked and on level terrain. There we go. I was like, there's got to be a way to disembark here because I just saw a locked crate over... Where was it? Can we holster? You zoom me so close. Where was it? Over here. This is where it was. And I'm like, the only way I could get into this crate is if I... Alright. Nothing up here. Interesting. Alright, let's go in here. We got an enemy in this building, I think. Alright, so that allows us to proceed, I'm assuming. Let's get rid of that shield. Because I can. Holster our gun. And now we can proceed further into the planet. I wonder if I can also drop that gate. Let's go find out real quick. I think this is going to be empty, considering it didn't look like the other one. I think we're already in that one. Let's go to that one across the way. Got a guy in this area too. Damn. Took him down quick. Manual override. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my god. I'll be honest, the hacking isn't always the easiest. Where the manual override isn't always the easiest. Because like trying to get around the edges is very interesting. Like I can't go up and around in 360. You know? Alright, so we got 2 gate controls opened now. I think they both go the same way. But I don't think this is going to be a very multi-path map, but good to see that we can go both ways. Where is the Mako? Why did I park so far away? Now I have to run. Now the question is which way do we go? We go that way. Or we go that way. I think we go this way. before we go that way, let's see what the other way brings us. I think that's the way we came. Alright, so it's more of a linear path of the way we came, though. Alright, let's go. God, these controls are not the best. Options. Controls. See if that makes it any better. He's all the way over in here. Man, they've got far range for something so small. Oh no! Oh no! To repair our ship real quick, because we don't want to die again. The first time was just a joke. Now we're playing for serious. Oh, we're getting more inbound. Oh, God. Alright, so just standing in one spot and shooting is not our best strategy. That makes sense. Well, that's a big one. All right, took out a couple of those guys. See what's up this way. This reminds me of Halo. You know, driving like a Banshee or a tank or something through a level. It's kind of what this reminds me of right now. That rocket's like a one-shot kill on like any of the smaller guys. Check out this spot over here.
Moving out.
See if there's anything cool over here. You know, I don't know if I should be taking my loot and converting it into Omnigel, or if I should be taking my loot and selling it, even if I'm not going to use it. I don't know what the better play is. If you guys know, let me know. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to be converting loot into Omni-Gel. Unfortunately, nothing there. That would have been the perfect spot to hide, like, a loot box or something. In my opinion. Out for that rocket. These guys can't aim, but neither can I. And I think that's as far as we get to go on the Mako. Now it's forcing us to travel on foot.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em. Heads up!
Nice. This is much better. Let us. We're gonna shield boost. Rex is gonna shield boost. There's gonna shield boost. Someone behind this rock.
Lost shields.
There you go.
All targets down.
Stay behind cover, please. There's a guy up there. And then there's a guy probably behind that rock, but finally gonna play this a little bit more squad based. All right, let's go.
You're good to go.
Just follow the enemies. Man, who knew a pistol could be so strong? This pistol definitely feels very strong. All right. That's not creepy at all. All right. Put Unity on our bar while we're thinking about it, and let's put Marksman on our bar as well.
Shields down.
Right. Garrus is blocked from using things. Rex shield boost. Oh, is that because Garrus is downed? Alright, well, I guess we better as well use Unity on him.
Shields down.
Oh god, that's why everyone's dying so quick. They're all over the place. Jesus. These guys are annoying.
Shield down.
Time for payback. Bring it on.
Jesus. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I'm ready. This should slow him down. Shield disabled.
And Varys immediately fell down again. Honestly, the jump guys are the most annoying. Everyone else ain't so bad. It's the guys who jump around that's the worst.
destroyed. Now it gets fun.
Lost shields.
Try a different weapon. Oh, wait. There's another one of those jumpers in the back there. Oh, no, it's just a Geth patrol. Or a Geth trooper. And then maybe we try... Nope, that's not gonna do anything. Nope, we're too far for that. Come on. This guy's a pain. Oh, after all that? After all that, we freaking wiped right there. Alright, let's try this again, I guess. Alright, we're gonna back up this time. Let's try the sniper rifle. See if maybe the sniper rifle will take him out faster. I'm just worried about the jump guys. Everyone else shouldn't be too bad. I want to put Unity on our bar again, and I still want to put I thought I had marksman. Oh, probably because my weapon is... Alright. Immediate up. There we go. There's our marksman. Where's our enemies? Oh, that's... Garrus. He's dead. Cover some shields. Unity's almost up, so we can almost get Garrus up. Who's blasting and pinning down Rex over here? Push the pistols here. Marksman. Unity up in here. We got him. We got him this time, for sure. Let's go. Damn, that was annoying. Still one enemy left. Didn't even shoot at me. Point blank, didn't even shoot at me. All right, sick. Pain in the ass, but we got there. Unity came in handy. I'm glad we got that. Let's see who's down this way. Probably some enemies since we're jammed. Yep. Plenty of Medi-Gel to keep us alive.
Visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Go this way? No. Okay. We should probably level up a little bit. Oh, yeah, we'll take all. That's fine, whatever. What I want to do is I want to level up real quick. We have 8 points to spend. I want to put more. Throw is throws enemies away from the caster. Let's put more into throw. Get lift. Lift is going to be my one of my good ones. Advanced lift. We want singularity, barrier, and stasis. Let's get stasis. Now let's put some of these on our bar. So we got warp, damages all nearby enemies. Okay. We got throw, allows you to throw enemies and objects using a mass effect field. We got unity, which allows us to heal. We got barrier, which gives us more barrier. As stupid as that sounds, let's put that on our bar. And we got lift. Oh, I think that was the wrong button. This is kind of spooky. Lots of Geth. Lots of Geth drones over here.
Sterile light. Protheans sure build things homey.
Another elevator? I suppose? We fall down?
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please?
The hell are you doing in there?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Dr. T'Soni?
Liara T'Soni, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
That's okay. I brought my own Krogan. Alright, so she made an oopsie. Now she's stuck, and now we gotta save her. How come you guys didn't... Oh, did you guys move out? Didn't look like you guys moved out. Folks, too. Down, left, right, up. Wild. Wild. Giant ass laser mine. Go check out this way before we go down that hole that's most assuredly to lead us to danger. All right. We got another locker here. Begin manual override. That should be good for here. Aha.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior firepower.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
I do, I know.
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Need an escape plan.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
All right. Just a cutscene where we're chilling. Chilling up the elevator. Ah, there's the Krogan. I was like, we didn't see the Krogan yet. Don't worry, got my own Krogan.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
What do you want?
There a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari. Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Want to fight now?
Is this really the time?
The atmosphere is perfect for a life and death struggle. Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Damn. All right. Hello. Up. Take out the Geth first. Oh, you just teleported in front of me, Garrus. All right. I see how it is. Now, where's that Krogan?
I need some help here.
Oh, God. He hurts. Don't get close to him. Got it.
Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Up. him out of the way. And somebody up there to deal with that guy. Yeah, Battle of the Krogans. Battle of the Krogans. Headbutt harder. It's okay. What that Krogan doesn't have is a Commander Shepard. Swag.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
He saved us.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
Agreed.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years?
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child.
Huh,
that is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did you learn anything?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
How do you know this?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Came before them.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
That's interesting, because from what I understand, the Protheans are non-organic. They're robots. So, who created the Protheans then?
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
Oh, right, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear.
That sounds about right.
I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Yeah, but you can still help us.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
I'm aboard.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We'll talk later.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yes, please.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. T'Soni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
She wants to help us.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
It was.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
I can be a ruthless D-bag without being a D-bag all the time. All right. So we got some decent lore today. We also got a ton of information on the Protheans, some experience, leveled up a couple of times, and we got Dr. Liara T'Soni. All in all, I'd say a successful day. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to call this episode here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you guys like the episode, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you guys are looking forward to more of Mass Effect, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I plan on finishing out this game and potentially even doing Mass Effect 2 and 3. Thank you guys so much once again. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care.